Welcome to the live show on the internet. Yeah, we got a wild and crazy show for you tonight. Yes, we do. We're going to jump right into it.
An investigation into the death of a black woman in Illinois who called 911 for help, only to be shot and killed by a responding deputy. NBC News correspondent Maggie Vespa has the details and a warning. Some viewers may find this video extremely upsetting and disturbing.
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house, we checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards.
An Illinois woman's last moments seen in chilling detail on newly released body camera video. Prosecutors say on the morning of July 6th, 36-year-old Sonya Massey called 911 about a possible intruder. When two deputies arrived at her Springfield home, she at times appeared confused.
I'm trying to get help, y'all, but
What do you need help with?
nothing. I just, please God, please God.
Minutes later, Massey picks up what appears to be a pot of boiling water from her stove. The deputy on screen identified by prosecutors as Sean Grayson.
You better I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot! Drop the pot! Drop the 19 shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
The coroner confirming the mother of two was fatally shot in the head. Her body blurred by police in the video.
I'm not taking hot boiling water to the face.
Protests demanding charges against Deputy Grayson have mounted since. President Biden this week writing in a statement, Sonya's family deserves justice.
He walked around the counter to get a better shot. If you're in fear for your life, you don't walk towards the person.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump speaking alongside Massey's family, who say she'd suffered from mental health issues.
But you know what I want? I want justice for my baby. Yeah.
Grayson was fired from his job with the sheriff's department, and a grand jury has now indicted him on 3 counts of first-degree murder. His attorney declining to comment when reached by NBC News. Now the world seeing for themselves how one woman's call for help took such a tragic turn.
What is your last name?
Reverend, now, your thoughts. There's a lot of reporting coming out of this about what was actually said at the scene when others came to see what happened and family members showed up, what they were told versus what was seen on that body cam video.
No, this is an outrage is almost an understatement. I mean, it's almost an execution to see a woman standing there with hot water that he told her to take off the stove, and then he shoots her, comes around the counter to shoot her. I mean, this is the worst video I've seen, and I'm saying I did George Floyd's funeral and the marches,
right.
And this is even worse. I know that I talked with the father, Mr. Wilburn, on yesterday, with Attorney Ben Crump, Attorney General of Black America. We're going to be rallying. She had 2 children, and we're having a rally in Chicago with Reverend Marshall Hatch and Ira Ackrey on Tuesday to rally around her children and to give them some support. That I'll be going into Chicago with Reverend Hatch and Ackrey to support Mr. Wilburn, her father, and her 2 children. The policeman has been indicted and been prosecuted, but that only is the first step toward justice.
911 is a joke in your town. This is exactly why niggas was taught, do not call the police for shit. Yeah, oh my God, say it ain't so. This been going on forever and a day. But one thing about it, Betty Wright said once time in her song, it's better for you women to have a half a man than no man at all. Yeah, this is not a laughing matter, but that's definitely the truth. Yeah, all you women need a man. I won't give a damn if it's a half a man. You need a man, because if Sonya had a man at her house that night, it would have been no need for her to call the police. Her man would have handled the situation. Her man would have handled the situation. We cannot call these police officers and expect for them to come out there and serve and protect. They not going to serve and protect everybody, as you can see. Sonya called the police. She's a law-abiding citizen. She's a taxpayer citizen. She called a public service worker to come assist her in a matter. And instead, he came over there and assassinated her. They saying that she had a mental disorder. Like to me, the police officer had a mental disorder. Did he go through psychiatric evaluation before he got hired? Do any of these officers go through that type of evaluation before they hire? Before they put on the street to serve and protect society? We need to know. Let's talk about it. This is a sad situation. It seemed to me, soon as she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, he went off on her. Shot her twice in the head. Shot her twice in the head. It's documented that she called the police earlier that afternoon because somebody had vandalized her car. She was scared alone at night. She hearing noises again. The only thing she can do to protect herself is pick up a knife or put some hot water on the stove. Just in case somebody come in there, she can just throw the water on them. When the police got there, they checked the perimeter. No one was outside around her property. They went knocking on the door. She finally answered the door and came out and talked to the officers. Why did they want to go inside her house? It's obvious she was okay inside her home. The situation was outside the home. Why did the officers have to go inside her home? That didn't make no sense at all. Why did the officer have to go inside her home? It was only one officer that was aggressive. The other officer didn't say much. Sonya was answering all the questions that the officer was asking her. She said she needed help, and he was like, well, what you need help with? She was like, nothing. Oh, God, please. So that's letting you know that she was just talking out loud. She was talking to God. You seen the water on the stove boiling, so you asked her to remove the pot out the stove. Why did the boiling water on the stove irritate you? Why did you tell her to remove the pot off the stove? For what? Soon as she did it and said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, you said, what? You say that again. Put that down. I'll shoot you in your face. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to look at the moral of the whole story. The moral of the whole story was Sonya got killed because she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. We in hell. Anytime you call a public service worker as a law enforcement worker and for help, and you end up getting killed like that, we in hell. You don't have to die to experience that. We experiencing this every day. Every day we're gonna have to start serving and protecting our own. Women, you need to get you a man. Men, you need to find you a woman. Stop worrying about what everybody else doing in their life. Stop worrying about what these celebrities doing. Stop worrying about what's going on social media. Stop letting these people dictate and run and control your life. Get you a family and y'all have fun with each other. Serve and protect your household. Don't call 911 for nothing. Learn how to be your own mediator. Do not call a third party. Learn how to serve and protect your own. Because if not, it's all our faults. You can't depend on somebody that you don't know to come deal with a situation that you have. You can't depend on that. Every person ain't right for the job. You know what's going on between y'all. You know what's going on in your world. You know what's going on in your home. Stop calling the police for help. Learn how to resolve your issues amongst yourselves. We got to do it. We can't keep pointing the finger, man. We done seen this happen 100,000 times. And it's steady continue to happen. You got to be a lunatic. Only a lunatic will keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. You got to switch up the game, man. Switch up the game. Switch up the game and you won't give them nothing to talk about. Don't let this be another victim that gets swept under the rug. With that being said, if you smell some stink, that's me, Urban Gossip TV, because we the shit.